Here's the introduction with the requested 800-word count. What if I told you that some of the world's oldest secrets are hidden within tribes that have existed for over 65,000 years? Their way of life, traditions, and survival techniques could teach us more than we ever imagined. Imagine cultures so deeply rooted in time that they predate the rise of great civilizations like Mesopotamia, ancient Egypt, and the Indus Valley. These tribes have not only survived but thrived through countless wars, shifting climates, and the encroachment of modern civilizations. How did they manage to sustain their unique identities for tens of thousands of years, while the rest of the world evolved and transformed beyond recognition? What secrets do they hold about human resilience, adaptation, and survival? Stay tuned to uncover the fascinating stories of the 5 oldest tribes in human history and what their existence reveals about the origins of humanity itself. In this exploration, we will dive into the lives of 5 extraordinary tribes that have stood the test of time, each carrying a unique legacy that has been passed down through generations. First, we will uncover the mysteries of the Sand People, often referred to as the Bushmen of southern Africa. These hunter-gatherers have roamed the arid landscapes of Botswana, Namibia, and South Africa for over 20,000 years, preserving an intricate knowledge of survival in some of the harshest environments on Earth. Their legendary tracking skills, profound connection to nature, and the fascinating click language they speak have long intrigued researchers and historians alike. Despite their deep-rooted history, the Sand People continue to face threats to their way of life as modern development encroaches upon their ancestral lands. Next, we travel to the vast and rugged landscapes of Australia, where the Aboriginal Australians have maintained their culture for an astonishing 65,000 years. As the oldest continuous living culture in the world, Aboriginal Australians possess an incredible oral tradition that weaves stories of creation, spirituality, and connection to the land. Their Dreamtime stories, intricate rock art, and deep environmental knowledge offer profound insights into humanity's relationship with nature. Despite centuries of colonization and cultural erosion, many Aboriginal communities continue to fight for recognition, land rights, and the preservation of their ancient traditions. From the deserts of Africa and the outback of Australia, we venture to the icy northern regions of Japan, where the indigenous Ainu people have called the island of Hokkaido home for over 15,000 years. With their distinct physical features, animistic beliefs, and deep reverence for the natural world, the Ainu have remained a mystery to many. Their traditional bear worship rituals and unique language set them apart from the rest of Japanese society. However, like many indigenous groups, the Ainu have faced cultural suppression and discrimination, leading to a struggle to preserve their identity in a rapidly modernizing Japan. As we move to the rugged landscapes of North Africa, we discover the Berbers, also known as the Amazigh people, whose history dates back over 10,000 years. The Berbers have left an indelible mark on history, influencing cultures across the Mediterranean and the Sahara Desert. Known for their mastery of desert navigation and trade, they have survived countless invasions by Romans, Arabs, and Europeans, while fiercely maintaining their language, art, and identity. Today, their vibrant culture remains a symbol of resilience in the face of cultural homogenization. Finally, we explore the isolated islands of the Andaman archipelago, home to the Andamanese people, one of the oldest and most isolated tribes in the world. With an existence stretching back over 26,000 years, these indigenous people have lived in near-complete isolation from the outside world. Their way of life revolves around fishing, hunting, and gathering, with little influence from modern civilization. The Andamanese have long resisted external contact, preserving their traditions and genetic heritage that links them to some of the earliest human migrations out of Africa. Each of these tribes holds invaluable insights into human history, offering a glimpse into ancient ways of life that have persisted through millennia. They are living testaments to adaptability, resilience, and an unbreakable connection to nature. As we explore their stories, we begin to understand that their survival is not just about endurance, but about their profound knowledge of the natural world, their deep-rooted spiritual beliefs, and their ability to live in harmony with their surroundings. Their continued existence reminds us of the diversity and richness of human cultures that have shaped the world we know today. Despite their endurance, these ancient tribes face unprecedented challenges in the modern era. Climate change, deforestation, land encroachments, and globalization threaten their traditional ways of life. As we delve deeper into their stories, we must ask ourselves, what can we learn from these ancient cultures? Can their wisdom help us navigate the challenges of the modern world? And most importantly, what can we do to ensure their survival for generations to come? Join us as we take a fascinating journey into the past, uncovering the secrets of the San, the Aboriginal Australians, the Ainu, the Berbers, and the Andamanese. Prepare to be captivated by their resilience, inspired by their ingenuity, and moved by their unwavering connection to the earth. If you think you know history, think again. These tribes redefine what it means to be human. Stay with us and let's embark on this extraordinary exploration together. For over 20,000 years, the San people, often referred to as the Bushmen, have roamed the vast arid landscapes of southern Africa, inhabiting regions of present-day Botswana, Namibia, and South Africa. They are considered one of the oldest continuous cultures on Earth, with deep ancestral roots that connect them directly to some of the earliest Homo sapiens. Genetic studies have revealed that the San carry some of the most ancient DNA lineages, providing invaluable insight into humanity's origins. Their history is etched into the rocks and sands of the Kalahari Desert, a testament to their resilience and adaptation. The San people are more than just a remnant of the past. They are a living bridge to the dawn of humankind, holding knowledge and traditions that predate written history by millennia. The lifestyle and culture of the San are deeply intertwined with their environment. As expert hunter-gatherers, they have mastered techniques that allow them to thrive in one of the harshest climates on Earth. Their ability to track animals across vast distances is legendary. San hunters can identify individual footprints, determine the direction of movement, and even estimate the speed of an animal, all from faint impressions in the sand. This tracking ability is not merely a survival skill, but a deeply spiritual practice, passed down from generation to generation. The San believe that animals are not just food sources, but spiritual entities, and their connection with nature is reflected in their elaborate rock art, some of which date back thousands of years. These paintings, found in caves and rock shelters, depict scenes of hunting, dancing, and spiritual ceremonies, offering a glimpse into the rich cultural heritage of the San. Each brushstroke tells a story, capturing their deep respect for the natural world and their place within it. The folklore of the San people is equally fascinating. Their myths and stories explain the origins of the world, the behavior of animals, and the interconnectedness of all living things. One of their most famous tales speaks of a time when humans and animals lived in harmony, communicating through a shared language. According to legend, it was only when humans became greedy and forgot their place in nature that this harmony was broken. These oral traditions are not just entertainment. They serve as moral and practical lessons, guiding the San on how to live sustainably in their harsh environment. Survival in the unforgiving landscape of the Kalahari requires extraordinary ingenuity. The San have developed a range of survival secrets that allow them to thrive where others might perish. Water is scarce, but the San have mastered the art of locating hidden water sources, such as underground roots and natural reservoirs trapped within hollowed-out tree trunks. They can extract moisture from tubers and other desert plants, ensuring they remain hydrated even in the driest seasons. Their knowledge of edible plants and medicinal herbs is unparalleled, enabling them to find sustenance in the most unexpected places. Poisoned arrows, crafted with deadly precision from plant toxins, allow them to hunt large game with minimal effort, a technique honed over thousands of years. However, despite their incredible survival skills, the modern world poses significant challenges to the San people. The encroachment of agriculture, urbanization, and government policies have drastically reduced their traditional hunting grounds. Land rights disputes have become a constant struggle, with many San communities being forcibly displaced from their ancestral lands to make way for commercial farming, mining, and wildlife conservation projects. In some regions, they have been pushed into settled lifestyles that contradict their traditional ways, leading to issues of poverty, alcoholism, and cultural erosion. Efforts to integrate them into mainstream society often fail to recognize the richness and value of their indigenous knowledge, further alienating them from their roots. Despite these challenges, the San people continue to fight for the recognition of their rights and heritage. Organizations and activists are working alongside San communities to help preserve their languages, customs, and lands. Documentary filmmakers, anthropologists, and cultural preservationists have shed light on their plight, advocating for their inclusion in decision-making processes that affect their futures. Yet the battle is far from over, and the struggle to maintain their cultural identity in the face of globalization remains one of their greatest challenges. One of the most fascinating aspects of San culture is their click language, which is among the most complex and unique linguistic systems in the world. Known as Khoisan languages, these tongues feature a variety of click consonants, making them sound entirely different from most other human languages. The intricate clicks, pops, and whistles are not just a means of communication, but an expression of the San's close relationship with their environment. Some linguistic experts believe that the click languages may be among the oldest forms of human speech, offering a fascinating glimpse into how early humans might have communicated. The complexity of their language highlights their incredible cognitive abilities and their deep connection to storytelling, tradition, and survival. In modern times, elements of San culture have found their way into global consciousness. From their rock art inspiring modern artists to their sustainable living practices influencing conservation efforts. Their wisdom in tracking, environmental management, and herbal medicine is now being studied for its potential applications in wildlife conservation and modern healthcare. Yet, despite their contributions, they remain marginalized and often overlooked in national policies and media representation. As we reflect on the story of the San people, it becomes clear that their existence is not just a relic of the past, but a living testament to human resilience, adaptability, and ingenuity. Their profound connection to the land, their ancient traditions, and their rich cultural heritage offer invaluable lessons to the modern world. In an age of environmental crises and technological advancement, the San people's knowledge of sustainable living and their respect for nature could hold the key to a more harmonious relationship between humanity and the earth. In conclusion, the San people of Southern Africa are a treasure trove of human history, carrying within them the echoes of our shared past. They remind us of a time when humans lived in balance with nature, drawing sustenance from the earth with wisdom and reverence. Their story is a powerful reminder that despite the passage of time and the pressures of modernity, some cultures continue to hold on to their ancient roots with pride and resilience. Whether through their intricate tracking skills, their mesmerizing rock art, or their complex language, the San people remain one of the most fascinating and enduring indigenous groups in the world. For over 65,000 years, the Aboriginal Australians have maintained one of the oldest continuous cultures in human history. Their roots stretch back to a time when megafauna roamed the Australian continent and early humans migrated out of Africa. Recent archaeological findings suggest that Aboriginal Australians were among the first to navigate open waters, arriving in Australia long before modern civilizations took shape. Genetic studies have confirmed their deep ancestral links to some of the earliest humans, making them a living connection to our distant past. The Aboriginal way of life is a testament to resilience, adaptation, and a profound understanding of the land they call home. Unlike many other ancient cultures that have faded with time, Aboriginal Australians have preserved their identity through storytelling, art, and unwavering spiritual connection to the land. Central to Aboriginal culture is their concept of the Dreamtime, a sacred era in which ancestral spirits shaped the world and its landscapes. The Dreamtime is more than mythology. It is a blueprint for life, detailing laws, traditions, and moral codes that guide their existence. Every river, mountain, and desert holds a story linked to ancestral spirits, and this profound spiritual connection influences every aspect of their daily lives. Aboriginal art, considered one of the oldest continuous artistic traditions, serves as a visual representation of these Dreamtime stories. From intricate dot paintings to mesmerizing rock carvings that date back thousands of years, Aboriginal art is a living record of their history and beliefs. The symbols and patterns used in their art are not merely decorative, but hold deep spiritual and cultural meanings, passed down through countless generations. Beyond their art, oral storytelling plays a crucial role in preserving Aboriginal heritage. Passed down from elders to younger generations, these stories contain valuable lessons about survival, respect for nature, and the interconnectedness of all living beings. They provide explanations for natural phenomena, such as why certain stars appear in the sky or how particular animals gain their unique traits. Through storytelling, Aboriginal Australians have maintained an unbroken link to their ancestors, ensuring that their culture remains vibrant and intact. Survival in the harsh Australian outback requires unparalleled skills and ingenuity. Aboriginal Australians have developed an intimate understanding of their environment, enabling them to thrive in extreme conditions where food and water are scarce. Their bushcraft skills include the ability to find water in seemingly barren landscapes, using signs from animals, plants, and changes in the wind. The concept of firestick farming is one of their most innovative survival techniques, controlled burning of vegetation to promote regrowth, attract animals, and reduce the risk of wildfires. This practice demonstrates their sophisticated ecological knowledge and their ability to live in harmony with their surroundings. Traditional Aboriginal diets are incredibly diverse, incorporating a wide range of native plants and animals. From hunting kangaroos and emus to foraging for bush tucker, such as witchetty grubs and yams, their diet is a reflection of their deep understanding of Australia's unique biodiversity. Knowledge of medicinal plants and natural remedies has also been passed down through generations, offering insights into traditional healing methods that modern science is only beginning to appreciate. However, the arrival of European settlers in the 18th century brought about devastating changes to Aboriginal life. Colonization led to the displacement of entire communities, the loss of traditional lands, and the erosion of cultural practices. Aboriginal Australians were subjected to policies of forced assimilation, where children were taken from their families and placed in institutions in what is now known as the Stolen Generations. The introduction of foreign diseases, such as smallpox, further decimated Aboriginal populations, leading to a dramatic decline in their numbers. Despite these hardships, Aboriginal Australians have shown remarkable resilience, fighting for their rights and the recognition of their cultural heritage in contemporary Australia. Today, Aboriginal communities continue to reclaim their identity and advocate for land rights and cultural preservation. Efforts to revive endangered Aboriginal languages, re-establish traditional practices, and secure legal recognition of sacred sites are ongoing. The inclusion of Aboriginal perspectives in Australian education and media has helped raise awareness about their rich cultural legacy and the injustices they have faced. Genetic studies have provided further fascinating insights into the ancient lineage of Aboriginal Australians. Research has shown that their genetic makeup remains distinct and traces back to some of the earliest human migrations out of Africa. Unlike many populations that have undergone significant genetic mixing, Aboriginal Australians have retained unique genetic markers, offering valuable clues into human evolution and migration patterns. These findings have reshaped our understanding of early human dispersal and highlighted the remarkable longevity of Aboriginal culture. In addition to their genetic and cultural significance, Aboriginal Australians have contributed immensely to modern ecological and conservation practices. Their traditional knowledge of sustainable land management is now being integrated into contemporary conservation efforts, proving that ancient wisdom can offer solutions to modern environmental challenges. The practice of controlled burning, for example, has been adopted in modern firefighting strategies to reduce the risk of catastrophic bushfires in Australia. In addition to their genetic and cultural significance, Aboriginal Australians have contributed immensely to modern ecological and conservation practices. Their traditional knowledge of sustainable land management is now being integrated into contemporary conservation efforts, proving that ancient wisdom can offer solutions to modern environmental challenges. The practice of controlled burning, for example, has been adopted in modern firefighting strategies to reduce the risk of catastrophic bushfires in Australia. Despite the progress made in recognizing Aboriginal rights and culture, challenges persist. Socioeconomic disparities, health inequalities, and systemic discrimination continue to affect many Aboriginal communities. However, the resilience and strength of Aboriginal Australians remain a source of inspiration. Their deep spiritual connection to the land, their unbreakable cultural traditions, and their contributions to understanding human history make them one of the most significant Indigenous groups in the world. As we delve into their fascinating journey, it becomes clear that Aboriginal Australians are not just a relic of the past, but a vibrant and enduring culture with invaluable lessons to offer. Their story is one of survival, adaptation, and resilience, reminding us of the importance of preserving cultural diversity and respecting the knowledge passed down through generations. In conclusion, the Aboriginal Australians have maintained a profound connection to their land, traditions, and ancestry for over 65,000 years. They stand as a testament to the resilience of Indigenous peoples and their invaluable contributions to the understanding of human history. From their intricate art and storytelling to their advanced ecological knowledge, Aboriginal Australians continue to inspire and educate the world with their wisdom and enduring spirit. For centuries, the Ainu people, an indigenous group native to Hokkaido, Japan, and parts of Russia, have maintained a unique and rich cultural identity that predates modern Japanese civilization. The Ainu are often referred to as the forgotten people of Japan due to their marginalization and the gradual erosion of their traditions under the influence of Japanese culture. However, their history and heritage tell a story of resilience, deep spiritual connection to nature, and an unwavering struggle to preserve their identity. With origins tracing back over 15,000 years, the Ainu have lived in harmony with the harsh landscapes of northern Japan, developing a way of life that is distinct from the dominant Japanese culture. Their physical characteristics, with lighter skin and more body hair compared to the Japanese, have led to much speculation about their ancestry and origins, sparking interest among anthropologists and historians worldwide. Central to the Ainu culture is their deep animistic belief system, which sees the natural world as alive and interconnected with spiritual forces. They believe that all elements of nature, from rivers and mountains to animals and trees, possess their own spirits, known as kamui. These spirits are revered and respected, and many Ainu rituals involve offerings and prayers to ensure harmony between humans and nature. One of the most significant spiritual ceremonies in Ainu culture is the Iomonte, or bear sending ceremony. This ritual, which involves raising a bear cub and later sacrificing it in a sacred ceremony, is conducted with great reverence, as the bear is considered an earthly manifestation of the gods. The Ainu believe that by treating the bear with respect and honor, they ensure blessings from the spirit world. While such traditions may seem unusual to outsiders, they underscore the Ainu's deep spiritual connection with their environment and their intricate understanding of the natural world. Survival in the harsh, mountainous regions of Hokkaido requires ingenuity, and the Ainu have long been masters of their environment. Their traditional lifestyle revolves around fishing, hunting, and foraging, making use of the region's abundant rivers, forests, and coastlines. Salmon, a staple of the Ainu diet, is caught using elaborate fishing techniques and preserved through smoking and drying for the long, harsh winters. Hunting techniques include the use of traps, bows, and poisoned arrows to catch deer and other game, skills honed over generations. In addition to hunting and fishing, the Ainu develop sustainable agricultural practices, cultivating millet, beans, and root vegetables suited to their rugged environment. One of the most fascinating aspects of Ainu culture is their traditional clothing, made from woven bark fibers of trees such as elm and linden. These garments, adorned with intricate patterns and symbolic designs, reflect the wearer's connection to their heritage and spiritual beliefs. The Ainu people also use tattooing as a significant cultural practice, especially among women, who traditionally tattoo their mouths and hands as a rite of passage into adulthood. These tattoos were believed to offer protection from evil spirits and were an essential part of Ainu identity. However, due to the influence of Japanese authorities, many of these practices were banned during the late 19th and early 20th centuries, leading to a decline in their cultural traditions. Despite their rich heritage, the Ainu have faced significant challenges due to cultural suppression and forced assimilation by the Japanese government. During the Meiji era, 1868 to 1912, Japan's efforts to modernize led to policies that sought to assimilate the Ainu into mainstream Japanese society, stripping them of their language, customs, and land. Ainu children were forbidden to speak their native language and were instead taught Japanese, while traditional practices such as hunting and fishing were heavily restricted. This forced assimilation resulted in the loss of much of their cultural identity, and many Ainu people were pushed to the fringes of society, facing discrimination and economic hardship. However, in recent decades, there has been a resurgence of Ainu cultural pride and efforts to reclaim their heritage. Activists and scholars have worked tirelessly to revive the Ainu language, which is distinct from Japanese and has no known linguistic relatives. Cultural festivals, museums, and educational programs have been established to raise awareness of Ainu history and traditions, helping to instill a sense of pride among younger generations. In 2008, Japan officially recognized the Ainu as an indigenous people, a historic moment that acknowledged their unique cultural heritage and the injustices they had faced. One of the most intriguing aspects of Ainu culture is their distinctive craftsmanship, which includes intricate wood carvings, embroidery, and weaving techniques. Ainu artisans are known for their ability to create beautifully carved wooden utensils, ritual objects, and decorative items that reflect their spiritual beliefs and way of life. The art of Ainu storytelling, passed down through generations, preserves their myths, history, and moral lessons in oral form, ensuring their culture remains alive despite centuries of adversity. Did you know? The Ainu have some of the most unique cultural customs in the world. For example, Ainu women traditionally grew their hair long and wore earrings made from materials such as shells and bones, believing them to provide spiritual protection. The Ainu also have a distinct style of facial hair grooming, with men growing full beards as a sign of maturity and wisdom. Additionally, their homes, known as chisei, are built from natural materials such as bamboo and reeds, designed to withstand the region's harsh winters while providing warmth and comfort. Despite the progress made in preserving their culture, many Ainu communities still struggle with the effects of centuries of discrimination and marginalization. Economic challenges, loss of traditional lands, and the pressures of modern Japanese society continue to threaten their way of life. However, with increased global awareness and recognition of indigenous rights, there is hope that the Ainu people will continue to preserve their unique cultural heritage for future generations. In conclusion, the story of the Ainu people is one of resilience and adaptation. From their deep spiritual beliefs and unique traditions to their ongoing struggle for recognition, the Ainu offer a fascinating glimpse into a culture that has withstood the test of time. As efforts to revive their heritage continue, the Ainu remain a symbol of the enduring power of indigenous identity in the face of adversity. The Berbers, or as they call themselves, the Amazigh people, meaning free people, have inhabited the vast landscapes of North Africa for over 10,000 years. Their presence predates the rise of the great civilizations of Egypt, Carthage, and Rome, marking them as one of the oldest indigenous groups in the world. From the rugged Atlas Mountains to the endless sands of the Sahara Desert, the Berbers have left their mark across Morocco, Algeria, Libya, Tunisia, and beyond. Their history is a tapestry woven with resilience, cultural richness, and a deep connection to the land. Unlike many ancient cultures that have faded with time, the Amazigh people have continuously adapted while fiercely preserving their identity through language, traditions, and a profound sense of autonomy. The origins of the Berbers are shrouded in mystery, but archaeological findings and genetic research suggest that they have inhabited North Africa for thousands of years, with traces of their early presence found in prehistoric cave paintings in Tassili Niger, Algeria. These intricate depictions showcase their early lifestyle, hunting, herding, and engaging in spiritual practices that continue to influence their culture today. The Amazigh language, known as Tamazight, has survived millennia, with its unique Tifinagh script still in use today. Despite waves of conquest by Phoenicians, Romans, Arabs, and Europeans, the Berbers have retained their cultural identity, proving their resilience against the forces of time and change. Throughout history, the Berbers have played a pivotal role in trade, warfare, and cultural exchange. As skilled traders and warriors, they dominated the trans-Saharan trade routes, connecting North Africa to the Mediterranean and sub-Saharan Africa. They were instrumental in the spread of goods such as gold, salt, and spices across vast territories, often serving as the bridge between civilizations. The legendary Berber Tuareg nomads, known as the Blue People, due to their indigo-dyed clothing, navigated the harsh desert landscapes with an uncanny ability to survive and thrive in extreme conditions. Their knowledge of the desert's hidden water sources and shifting dunes allowed them to create expansive trade networks, facilitating the exchange of ideas and culture across continents. Berber warriors have made their mark in history, from the mighty resistance against Roman legions to the famous leadership of Queen Kahina, a fierce Amazigh warrior who defied Arab invasions in the 7th century. Their influence extended far beyond North Africa, with Berber dynasties such as the Almoravids and Almohads rising to power and shaping the course of history in Spain and beyond. These dynasties brought a unique blend of Berber culture, Islamic traditions, and architectural innovations that left an indelible mark on cities such as Marrakech, Fez, and Granada. Survival in the unforgiving terrain of North Africa required ingenuity, and the Berbers developed advanced survival tactics that enabled them to flourish in both mountainous and desert environments. Their architectural designs, such as the iconic Sars fortified villages and Kasbahs fortresses, showcase their engineering prowess, utilizing local materials to create structures that withstand the test of time and climate. The Berbers are also known for their intricate water management systems, including qanats, underground water channels, that allow them to harness scarce water resources efficiently. In terms of daily life, the Berbers have developed a cuisine that reflects their resourcefulness, utilizing simple ingredients to create flavorful dishes such as couscous, tagine, and harira. The communal nature of Berber meals speaks to their deep sense of hospitality and family unity. Their craftsmanship is equally remarkable, with weaving, pottery, and silver jewelry playing a significant role in their cultural expression. Berber women are known for their elaborate hand-woven rugs, which contain symbolic motifs that tell stories of their heritage and daily lives. Despite their rich history and contributions, the Berbers have faced significant challenges in modern times. The spread of Arab influence and French colonialism led to efforts to suppress Berber identity, often relegating their language and traditions to the margins of society. For decades, Berber languages were banned in schools, and their cultural expressions were discouraged in favor of Arabic or European influences. However, in recent years, there has been a resurgence of Berber pride, with efforts to revive their language and culture gaining momentum. In Morocco and Algeria, the Amazigh language has gained official recognition, and cultural festivals celebrating Berber heritage have become more common, serving as a platform to educate younger generations about their roots. Modern Berber activism has been instrumental in reclaiming their identity and rights. Social movements and cultural organizations are working to ensure that the Amazigh people receive equal representation and that their contributions to history are acknowledged. Today, their colorful traditions, vibrant music, and unique way of life continue to captivate people around the world, drawing visitors to Berber villages nestled in the mountains and desert. One of the most fascinating aspects of Berber culture is their striking attire. Berber clothing is not just about practicality, but serves as a form of cultural expression. The vibrant headscarves and robes worn by Berber women are adorned with intricate embroidery that carries symbolic meanings related to fertility, protection, and social status. The Tuareg men, known for their flowing indigo robes and face veils, are instantly recognizable and embody the mystique of the desert. Their music and dance, characterized by rhythmic drum beats and soulful singing, serve as a form of storytelling that transcends generations. Did you know that Berber tattoos, once an integral part of their identity, were believed to have protective and medicinal properties? These intricate designs, often inked on the hands, face, and ankles, served as a marker of identity and social status. Although the practice has declined in modern times, it remains a powerful symbol of their cultural heritage. As we explore the story of the Berbers, it becomes clear that they are more than just an ancient people. They are a living testament to endurance, cultural richness, and adaptability. Their history is one of resistance and persistence, proving that cultural identity can survive even the most challenging circumstances. The Berbers remind us of the importance of staying connected to our roots, embracing diversity, and respecting the traditions that have shaped human civilization. In conclusion, the Berbers of North Africa continue to be a symbol of resilience and cultural pride. Their ancient roots, enduring traditions, and ongoing struggle for recognition make them one of the most fascinating indigenous groups in the world. Whether through their contributions to trade, their unique architectural marvels, or their vibrant cultural expressions, the Berbers have proven that they are indeed the free people of North Africa, standing proudly against the tides of time. Deep in the emerald waters of the Andaman Islands, nestled between the Indian subcontinent and Southeast Asia, live the Andamanese people, one of the oldest and most enigmatic tribes in human history. Estimated to have inhabited the islands for over 26,000 years, the Andamanese are a fascinating example of isolation, resilience, and unbroken lineage to humanity's earliest migrations. Their unique genetic markers suggest that they are direct descendants of some of the earliest human groups to have migrated out of Africa, offering a rare window into the past. Unlike other ancient civilizations that have evolved with external influences, the Andamanese have remained relatively unchanged, preserving their traditions, language, and way of life in isolation for millennia. What makes the Andamanese truly remarkable is their ability to survive in complete harmony with nature, relying solely on the rich biodiversity of the islands. Their survival strategies, honed over thousands of years, revolve around their intimate knowledge of the dense tropical forests and the surrounding seas. The Andamanese are skilled hunters, gatherers, and fishermen, using handcrafted bows and arrows to hunt wild boars, monitor lizards and birds, while also diving into the crystal-clear waters to catch fish and collect shellfish. Their traditional knowledge of plant life allows them to use medicinal herbs to treat ailments and injuries, demonstrating an impressive understanding of natural remedies. They construct their homes, known as huts or lean-tos, using materials such as palm leaves and bamboo, ensuring minimal impact on their environment while providing shelter from the region's tropical climate. A cornerstone of Andamanese life is their rich oral tradition, which serves as both a historical record and a moral compass. Through storytelling, songs, and dances, elders pass down their extensive knowledge about the land, the sea, and the spiritual forces that govern their world. They believe in a spiritual connection to nature, with deities and spirits inhabiting the forests, waters, and skies. These beliefs shape their daily routines and social structures, guiding them in making decisions about hunting, fishing, and interactions within their close-knit communities. The Andamanese practice a deep reverence for their ancestors, with rituals and ceremonies that honor the spirits of their forebears and seek their guidance in times of uncertainty. However, despite their deep connection to their ancestral ways, the encounters with the outside world have presented significant challenges to the Andamanese people. European colonization in the 19th century marked the beginning of a series of devastating changes, including the introduction of diseases to which the Andamanese had no immunity. These illnesses, combined with forced relocations and cultural disruptions, led to a sharp decline in their population. British colonists attempted to assimilate the Andamanese into their way of life, often resulting in conflict and resistance from the tribe, who preferred to remain isolated from foreign influences. Over the years, anthropologists and researchers have sought to study the Andamanese, but many of these interactions have resulted in further disruption to their traditional way of life. In recent decades, the increasing threat of tourism and modernization has further endangered the Andamanese way of life. The lush islands have become a popular travel destination, drawing thousands of visitors each year who are curious about the indigenous tribes. However, these interactions often bring unintended consequences, such as the exposure to modern technologies, exploitation, and the erosion of traditional values. Despite government-imposed restrictions aimed at protecting their communities, the Andamanese continue to face pressures from external forces that threaten their autonomy and cultural integrity. Conservation groups and human rights organizations have raised concerns about the impact of these interactions, advocating for stronger protections to preserve their culture and habitat. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Andamanese is their language and social structure, which remains unique and distinct from any other population. Their languages, belonging to the Great Andamanese language family, contain no written script but rely on a complex system of oral communication that incorporates gestures, expressions, and tonal variations. Unfortunately, many of these languages are now critically endangered, with only a handful of speakers remaining. Efforts to document and preserve these languages are underway, but the risk of losing this ancient linguistic heritage looms large. Despite their challenges, the Andamanese continue to maintain their traditions and resist external influence, demonstrating a remarkable resilience that has allowed them to survive for thousands of years. Their deep understanding of the ecosystem and their ability to live off the land without depleting its resources offer valuable lessons in sustainability and environmental conservation. Scientists and researchers studying their way of life have uncovered insights into human adaptation, endurance, and the impact of isolation on cultural development. Did you know? The Andamanese possess DNA that links them to the first human migrations out of Africa, making them a living connection to our shared prehistoric past. Studies have shown that their genetic makeup has remained relatively unchanged for thousands of years, offering crucial clues about ancient migration patterns and human evolution. Additionally, their remarkable ability to communicate with minimal verbal cues, using an intricate system of body language and sounds, reflects their deep-rooted connection to their natural environment. Their art and craftsmanship, though simplistic in design, hold great significance within their communities. The Andamanese create tools, jewelry, and artifacts from natural materials such as shells, wood, and animal bones, each piece telling a story of their relationship with the natural world. Their use of body painting and ornamentation serves not only as decoration but also as a means of spiritual and social expression, signifying important life events and tribal affiliations. Despite their reluctance to engage with the modern world, some Andamanese tribes, such as the Great Andamanese and the Amazigh, have established limited contact with outsiders, while other tribes, like the Sentinelese, remain fiercely isolated, warding off any attempts at contact with deadly precision. The Sentinelese, in particular, have gained global attention for their resistance to external influence, defending their island with bows and arrows against any intruders. Their isolation is so extreme that even government officials and researchers are prohibited from approaching their territory to prevent the spread of diseases and cultural disruption. In conclusion, the Andamanese people represent one of the most ancient and enigmatic indigenous groups in the world. Their story is one of resilience, adaptation, and deep-rooted traditions that have withstood the test of time. While modernization and globalization pose significant threats to their way of life, their unwavering commitment to their cultural identity serves as an inspiration to the world. Preserving their heritage is not just about protecting a tribe. It's about honoring a living link to humanity's earliest days and ensuring that their knowledge, wisdom, and traditions continue to inspire future generations. Across the vast tapestry of human history, the stories of the San, Aboriginal Australians, Ainu, Berbers, and Andamanese stand as powerful testaments to resilience, adaptation, and an unbreakable connection to the earth. These ancient tribes, some dating back over 65,000 years, have navigated the challenges of time with wisdom that modern society can learn from. Their ability to thrive in extreme environments, preserve their cultural heritage, and maintain a deep respect for the natural world is nothing short of remarkable. From the San people of southern Africa, we have learned about the unparalleled tracking skills and harmonious relationship with the desert. Their rock art and folklore provide a window into an ancient way of life that prioritizes balance with nature. Despite facing land encroachments and modernization pressures, their culture remains a beacon of resilience. The Aboriginal Australians, the world's oldest living culture, have shown us how oral traditions, dreamtime stories, and intricate art can preserve the essence of a people for over 65,000 years. Their sustainable practices, such as firestick farming and deep ecological knowledge, offer lessons on how to coexist with the land rather than exploit it. Their fight for recognition and rights in the modern world highlights the importance of cultural preservation. The Ainu people of Japan, once marginalized and almost forgotten, continue to reclaim their identity through cultural revival. Their deep animistic beliefs, respect for nature, and distinctive traditions, such as bear ceremonies, remind us of the profound bond that humans can have with the environment. In a fast-changing world, their struggle for recognition and preservation is an inspiring reminder of the power of cultural persistence. The Berbers, Amazigh of North Africa, known as the Free People, have maintained their heritage across harsh desert landscapes and complex political histories. Their contributions to trade, architecture, and culture have left an indelible mark on the region, showing how ancient wisdom can influence and sustain civilizations. Despite pressures from modernization and assimilation, the Amazigh people continue to embrace their language, customs, and identity with pride. Lastly, the Andamanese of India, an isolated people with roots stretching back 26,000 years, have taught us the value of living in complete harmony with nature. Their simple yet effective survival methods, reliance on traditional knowledge, and resistance to outside influence are a testament to human resilience in its purest form. The Andamanese remind us that the pursuit of progress must be balanced with respect for indigenous ways of life. While our modern world races toward technological advancements and rapid urbanization, these ancient tribes hold invaluable lessons that are more relevant than ever. One of the most critical takeaways is the importance of sustainability. The San Aboriginal Australians, Ainu, Berbers, and Andamanese all demonstrate an intrinsic understanding of how to live in harmony with nature, taking only what is needed and giving back to the environment. Their lifestyles emphasize conservation, a principle that is increasingly crucial in the face of climate change and environmental degradation. Another vital lesson is the power of community and oral traditions. In a world where digital communication often replaces face-to-face interaction, these tribes remind us of the importance of storytelling, collective wisdom, and the preservation of history through generations. Their deep-rooted respect for elders and ancestral knowledge offers insight into how societies can maintain unity and cohesion across centuries. Moreover, their adaptability and resilience in the face of change provide inspiration in dealing with modern challenges. Whether it's shifting climates, external pressures, or cultural assimilation, these tribes have demonstrated an extraordinary ability to preserve their identity while adapting to new realities. This adaptability is a crucial lesson for individuals and societies facing rapid technological and environmental changes. Finally, these ancient cultures highlight the value of cultural identity and pride. In an increasingly globalized world, it's easy for unique traditions to be overshadowed by dominant cultures. However, the continued efforts of these indigenous groups to preserve their languages, customs, and beliefs serve as a powerful reminder that cultural diversity is an essential part of the human experience. If this journey into the lives of the world's oldest tribes has inspired you, consider taking steps to support the preservation of indigenous cultures. Raise awareness, support ethical tourism that respects indigenous rights, and educate yourself and others about the struggles these communities face. Their survival is not just their fight. It's a collective responsibility to ensure that these living links to our shared human history continue to thrive. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible content. Your engagement helps us continue to explore and share the stories of the world's most fascinating cultures and histories. Stay curious, stay respectful, and together, let's uncover the wonders of the past to shape a better future.